Welcome to my yoga studio. How's your soul doing today? What sort of magic are you creating in your life at this time? So I watched my last video and I realized that I have very poor audio quality in this empty room. So if anyone has any suggestions as to how I can soften the audio in the videos, I would love to hear from you. I can't add soft furnishings though. And the second thing I realized in my video was I never really explained what Yoga Nidra is. So what the heck is Yoga Nidra and how can it help you in your creative endeavors? Excellent question. So, yoga comes from the Sanskrit yug, which means to yoke, to bring into union. So in Hatha yoga, Ha is the sun, Ta is the moon. We have the masculine and the feminine. We have action, we have rest. And we are trying to bring into union that solar and lunar energy, much like the yin and the yang. Nidra. What does Nidra mean? It literally means sleep. But we have combined it with the word yoga. And yoga is awareness, it's self-realization. And so that is what we are trying to bring into union with Yoga Nidra, is this idea of deep relaxation, a sleep-like quality, but with awareness. That's what we're trying to bring into union. So how can this possibly help with your creative endeavors? Well, there's so much interconnection with yoga. So Patanjali, in his Yoga Sutras, outlines Ashtanga Yoga, which is the 8 limbs of yoga. So the first 2 limbs have to do with our conduct in our community and with ourselves. The 3rd limb has to do with asana, which is postures. A lot of focus in the Western society on postures. But Yoga Sutras remind us that the postures were meant to move the body so that we may sit in stillness. So I like to think of this as shaking out my sillies, because if I have stagnant energy in my body, if I have blockages in my body, I'm very aware of those during meditation. But if I've moved the energy, if I have a free-flowing energy, then it's very easy for me to sit in stillness for a long period of time. The 4th limb is pranayama. And when we bring breath to the movement, it deepens our awareness to the movement. And the 5th limb is pratyahara. And there is this lovely representation of pratyahara as the tortoise who has retracted his head and his limbs into his shell. Because pratyahara means to withdraw our senses. Now, our senses are insatiable. We want to see more, we want to hear more, we want to touch more. Of course we do. And that can never be satisfied. So in pratyahara, we want to withdraw from our senses and come within to be in alignment with our true self. And that's where Yoga Nidra comes in, is in pratyahara, the 5th limb of Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga. And the rest of the limbs are leading us to samadhi, which is moksha, which is liberation, which is nirvana, and true bliss. And that's what, when you've developed your practice of Yoga Nidra, that is what you are striving towards, is this sensation of bliss. So researchers have studied brain waves during Yoga Nidra, and when you're in a state of deep relaxation, see, again, it's all connected here, because the mind follows the body and the breath follows the mind and the body. So in the beginning stages of Yoga Nidra, we are in the alpha waves. And then in the deeper relaxation, we move into theta and then eventually into delta waves. And it's this place of the theta waves where we are the most creative. Our intuition is so awakened, and that's where we find the aha moments, is in the theta waves and moving into delta waves to that feeling of bliss. Our chakra system, our creativity is in the same place where we birth life. And we want to move that creativity more into the Anaha chakra, the heart chakra, through our hands. And that's where, when we create through our hands, love comes through our hands. And when we have cleared this beautiful energy channels, we have this clear tube with energy running through it, nice and clear, and it's called Sushumna, the clear channel. And so when we have this energy flowing in our bodies, we also have creativity flowing through our bodies. So pretty spectacular stuff. Now, in the next video, I would like to demonstrate different postures that you can express Yoga Nidra in. Traditionally, it is done in Shavasana, which is corpse pose. Now, the beautiful thing about yoga is, yes, there's flexibility in the body, but more important, there's flexibility in the mind. And we need to find out your specialness, because everyone has a specialness to them and a special gift, and is realizing that special gift. And we can come up with creative solutions as to modifications. If Shavasana is not the pose for you, there are options. And I think that that is something that is coming more into yoga studios, is we are all beautiful individuals. And so why would we have a class of everyone being exactly the same in a posture? Our bodies are different, our minds are different, but you know, we can come to that place all in different journeys. And it's just finding the right journey for you to experience the bliss of Yoga Nidra. Let's see, is there anything else that I need to say? I have done this video so many times now. I've been having issues with the microphone on my phone. Here we are in Mercury retrograde, and I'm experiencing all the issues with my phone, with my computer. Yes. But hopefully we'll get this all straightened out. Yes. Okay, leave it at that for now. This is part 2. So looking forward to seeing you in part 3. Hopefully things will go a little smoother for me. I'll have Sushumna, the clear channel of energy, instead of these blockages, these obstacles in front of me. Until the next time, take care.